Hey everybody, Invisible Katana here, back again with Back to the Future. So we're just gonna go right in. But, oh no, I can't even. Oh no. I messed up. I went through the settings, I turned off the pop-up text. I didn't realize the pop-up text included that. I thought it was like the hint stuff. I also took the hint displays all the way off. So, on me. That is the biggest bowl I've ever seen someone eating soup out of.
McFly.
As soon as he did that, I'm like, that's
Grandpa?
Yep.
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river.
You wouldn't
want that, would you?
Would you?
Would you?
No,
References
of course
are
not,
awesome.
kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Yeah, he wouldn't say butthead.
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And
Kid
McFly,
It's
Yes?
interesting.
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Alright. Is this guy's name Cue Ball? Okay. I'm gonna assume he's bald.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Stack tables, spice rack, wherever that is magically placed. Oh, okay. I need something from this.
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
Oh. Oh.
Kitchens for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
Well. Okay, we'll do that again. We'll not be doing that a second time.
What are those
Did
tables
like the
for?
little gun flippy did.
Keep a few extra
Bang, bang.
tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
Reserved for charity. Oh, who's this guy?
I better
Guy.
not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
And then a gun is just like right in my face. Boom.
There's no way I'm going to keep that door open without some help.
Alright, let's make this work. Let's see if he can figure this one out. I'd love to see how this one goes. Yeah. It is simple enough.
Brown results.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse?
How
Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Just guy. So choppity chop chop. I gotta switch this because right now it's on like my Intel processor instead of my NVIDIA processor, which is the good one. And I think that's why it's so choppity chop chop. Like, wow, it's just so chop. It's like it's a shark. What? What is happening right now? Okay, so pressing buttons doesn't do anything. I don't know what that shark thing was just now. It just Well, I guess kind of a reference to
Hey, how you
Back to
doing,
the
Heine?
Future Part 2. Oh, alright then. Thought that was actually gonna matter. Reference to Part 2 when he was like Jaws 19 came at him in Ultra 4D. I guess that's still just 3D because it was actually three-dimensional. I wish we did have 3D movies like that. Like, that would have been cool. Oh, my belly.
Those.
So
These are
hungry.
very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
So his
Judge Brown?
dad was,
Doc. Nice to meet you.
his dad was a
Michael,
judge.
Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Wouldn't call that.
Hopefully, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? What am I missing
Oh.
here? Or do we take H's standard?
Wouldn't exactly call him easygoing.
A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable.
Nothing.
Hey, how you doing,
Okay,
Heine?
well, that was totally. I thought he'd actually have a reaction to young Doc. There we are.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal
got
matter,
those
very
little
complicated,
itty-bitty
very
spikes in his
obtruse.
hair.
I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night.
Yeah.
But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Great. Let's see what we
Come on,
got.
Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Legal. I haven't heard that in a long
Mr.
time.
Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together. And we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Today.
Dad tell you that?
Every morning.
All right. Well, if it goes wrong, it's not like it's
Listen,
actually
I
going to
understand
destroy
you're
the
working on a new
timeline. So
invention in
I'm
your
just
lab.
going to say all the options.
Inventions? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Science. Okay, bad move, I guess. Nope.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Great.
Well, no.
Oh,
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
all right. Let's see how this
You
goes.
don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E
I don't
equal?
know.
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information
Oh,
from about
man.
me, mister, but you're wrong.
Okay.
A multiple.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
Just
It's
law.
true. I'm a scientist.
Oh, I may have
So
made a
tell me
mistake here.
something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone connected to the thigh bone?
Thigh bone?
Amazing.
Alright.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for. In more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character!
This is more difficult than I was expecting.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr.
I'm
Corleone.
so hungry.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Oh, my stomach.
Expectation value of A, right? What am I missing?
Alright, well, he's obviously freaked out, so there's...
Will you just give me a chance? Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
So it's
Scared
like
of
there's
my
not much else
father.
I can say
Pop
to
is the
him,
most
so...
learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill
Might
Valley
have
has
to
ever
go back to
seen.
Doc.
The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark... No.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Okay.
Gonna be the inverse.
Okay.
No.
Alright, so I can't get anything out of him now, so I assume I have to go back to Doc, adult Doc, obviously, get some info. He has to have some sort of information on himself that he can give us from when he was a kid. Something we can say, something we could get or hand him, like, hey, oh no, here's some science stuff. I did like the thing. He's like, you asked me what E equals. It's like, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. See, not a scientist. Like, that's, anyone knows that that's not a good example. You don't have to be a scientist to know that that's a bad example of you not being what you're trying to say
Hill
you're
Valley
not.
Police Station. Cripes, this place looks old, even for 1931.
1891.
Psst, Doc.
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Yeah.
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
Not what I do.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks he's been sent by my father to check up on me.
Alright.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I like that he's
I'm
moving
not
around in the
sure.
background.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... the Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes,
The cause
the
of the
Expo.
future.
How could I have
Today.
forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Cool.
What does this Expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
I guess he's trying to
When I
figure out
was
the
younger, I used to
algorithms.
relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
Such a nerd.
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
That's a lot.
You know, your younger self seems really
That's a
dedicated to
task.
the law.
That's
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Got it.
Let's...
Oh man,
Okay,
that's not what I
don't-
meant to do.
Psst, Doc.
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
Oh man,
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Okay.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles.
Shocking.
Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just somehow lost her mind.
That would explain a lot.
Okay, well, let's see this. There we go.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
Yeah. There we go.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said it.
Never mind.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine.
Cool.
One that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
Where to?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
It's for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like barely even playing now. I'm just getting exposition.
Oh,
But-
nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
The usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
But it is. Okay. I want to go through all of this. I just want to hear everything he
So I
has to
bumped
say.
into at the soup kitchen. My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I
Don't need
could,
that
though.
again.
This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kid Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
I feel like they said that. They threw that in there like it was supposed to be important. Okay.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Heidi almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Okay. Let's see.
What's the story with this Kid Tannen jerk
Last
anyway?
one. And I'm
His
actually going to
father?
start playing
By
again.
this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938 and Kid will be in prison,
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
it's a
Dang.
busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
That is an adult joke.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go somehow figure out a nearly impossible mathematical equation and something. I don't know. At a loss right now because who knows how that's gonna play out. But that was nice. So we got explanation of where Claire, Jules, and Vern are. They had them say teenagers. I don't know how that's even remotely possible. Because they were like I don't know. I guess they've been traveling around time, so they could... No. Okay, I got it. They could technically be any age because they've been traveling through time, and they just happen to go back to 1985 because, of course, this is the main era, or 1986. This is the main era of, Back to the Future. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, what the heck?
Emmett, about your...
Okay.
Line operator. In that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of
Maybe
a
I do need some of those little pop-up hints.
But only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the
Let's
gravitational
see.
constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible?
So he's talking about the...
Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light?
Will you just
Oh, you
give
can
me a
run right
chance?
into him.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
You
your...
say it.
Maybe I can... okay, I have to wait for him to come on now. But, maybe if I go back to the scared thing, it'll give me a different dialogue option saying, like, oh, you know, this or that or whatever. Maybe you're scared about him finding out about the expo or this or that.
Will you just give me a chance?
Blah, blah.
Sounds like...
The only...
Nope.
Emmett.
Okay. The gentleman Jack. Oh, Frankenstein. I can't see it. Frankenstein and the Man Who Made a Monster. Those are the movies playing right now. Jeez. Maybe I'm gonna keep that tiny itty bitty little hint display on.
I'll never be able to remember what young Doc's mumbling about.
I guess that's supposed to be the hint. Oh, right. I'm supposed to get him to come over to the thing. Maybe go back to Einstein and have him mess with Doc or something like that. The ultra choppiness. I feel like I'm in like Grim Fandango or something. Like with just this style. And then he's like, it's super speed or something. Oh boy. Oh crap,
Hey,
I'm almost out of time for this whole episode. 100% exposition.
H to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed?
Okay, so he's not going to be able to remember that. I need something to either randomly write on and follow behind him, or get some info from Doc, some more info from Doc, and have him give me like a clue or something, like, hey, how do I get you over here? What could possibly...
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
Well, that's not what I meant to
What
do.
do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust.
Okay.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast!
To get
If
him.
only I could hear him myself.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
I think that's the dialogue I missed before. Alright, so I can't go this way. There's gotta be something. See if I have any items on hand. Tape recorder. Makes sense. Okay, so take the tape recorder, record what he says, take it back to Doc, get the info, then I'm gonna have to end the episode because that's probably gonna take up enough time. That was a ton of exposition that I was not planning for. Do. Oh, jeez.
Only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's... Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Hi.
Speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, with respect to H.
So,
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Doc will want to hear this.
boom. Science. Alright, so that's not too bad. Got the info. I guess my issue wasn't that I needed a display to help me. I just totally forgot that I was supposed to bring him over or get the info. And also, totally forgot I had other items. That's just a thing I do in games. Always forget I have other items. Especially when you can use them throughout the entire game. Definitely something that
So, Doc,
kind of forgetful
does this
for me.
ring a bell?
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah.
That's so
but what are you
changed.
muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
I'm gonna have to record that.
Giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So,
It'll be fine.
Okay. Let's hear that one more time.
what was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Easy
Got it.
enough. That's way shorter than what he said the first time.
How'd you wind up in jail in
Have to see
1931
more
anyway?
exposition.
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I
Dang.
woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
Mysteries
Hang in
of
there, Doc.
science. And time. Okay. Hamiltonian project. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to actually remember that and choose from what it's supposed to be. And I'm still gonna get it wrong, and I'm gonna have to go back
Hey,
to
just give me a chance.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr.
operator. All right.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Let's not go with that. Also a
Well, it's like
reference.
this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
Well, I guess it doesn't
What?
matter.
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Great. I really need your rocket drill.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course.
Came
of
out the
course.
same. I'm sure it would
Naturally,
have been
it's
the
just a scale
same.
model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
Can't be done. I mean, it
Hank
might be
McCoy
possible
from the
to
X-Men.
construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I
Awesome.
haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol.
Yowza.
You know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
All right.
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
All right. So, of course, with the camera cut off, I'm gonna.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa.
It's Kid Tannen.
Boy.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
I believe that's just a silly way of saying coffin. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. Let's do with this. Oh, there it is. Okay. For some reason, when you do this, you have to hit down and then left or right lets you switch back and forth instead of up and down. Interesting. All right, so save here. Yes, I think I saved it. Yes, I did. Okay. All right, so I'm in this episode here. Sorry it cut off, but I figured no point because I knew it was going to end up ending the episode right after, so that's why I didn't turn it back on. But thanks for joining me for this episode. If you guys have any comments, of course, please put them down in the comment section below, and please join me in the next part.